Hello, greetings to all of the Daily Antidote of Song family. Welcome, Facebook friends and new people who are joining us. Welcome to our Zoom family. I'm Kathy Bullock, coming straight from Berea, Kentucky, and welcoming you all to the Daily Antidote of Song. Yes, 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 yes. It's such a joy to be here. It's a joy to see your beautiful faces. We got lots of fantastic things going on. We have a fantastic guest for you today. As always, we thank the fabulous Joe Rossi, who is our mover and shaker and our fearless leader. We thank Ella for doing our tech today, and thank each one of you for being here. So now I want to say special greetings. So, hello, Becky, Deli, Tom Bowes, Annette. I see a space for Amanda and Miles. Yoo-hoo, you're somewhere. There you are. Hey, Deborah. She's really in Kentucky, y'all, down the road from me. Ann in Knoxville. That's only 2 hours away. Mariana in Vermont. Sheila, Florida. Kevin. Kate. My friend from Charlottesville. Rick and Donna Nestler. Christiane. And Bob Sarah from Texas. Doug in Vermont. Bonnie in Idaho. Carolyn, wonderful to see. There she is. Jamie, hey. Carolyn Quanta, DC, Hindi, hi. And Luda in Victoria. I just love seeing Luda. Isn't that beautiful? Susan Miller from Seattle, always delighted to see you. Storm, I have to say it like Storm. Sandy, Harriet. Oh, I was just like seeing family like every day, y'all. Fred, hey. Kathy, upstate New York. Arlene, welcome. Julie in Ontario. Gary and Tom in Victoria. Lynn, Hoda, Amanda and Miles. Did I get everybody? Deli and Doug. All those whose faces I see. And we are just grateful. Taking a deep breath. Because we can, y'all. Another day. Now listen, if you were in Vermont and you happened to turn on the radio to station 99.3 WBTV, you might hear the voice of the great Rik Palieri. Dun-da-da, he is our guest today. Now, this guy is a TV and radio host for just about 50 years or more, and worked with people like Pete Seeger and Utah Phillips, and I'm trying to get some of the names, Sis Cunningham. He's written books. He's done all kinds of articles, all just moving and shaking and sharing in the world. We're honored to have him with us today, and he's going to tell you what he's going to sing and what it's all about. Join me in welcoming Rik.
Woo! Well, you certainly know how to make someone feel welcome, Kathy. Well, I'm honored to be here, especially on this Peace Week. You know, I've been listening to some of the other Antidote daily singers, and this is a special community, as you know, Kathy. It is a time where we gather. We've been gathering here through a lot of hard times, and sometimes we laugh together, and sometimes we've cried together. But the main thing is that we have always been together, and there's always a kind of a welcoming place for all of us when we need it. We can always go here. And I'm real excited to share a song that I wrote for the special Peace show. And I will talk a little bit more about how I wrote the song, but I was telling Kathy that this book here is called, what Pete Seeger would call Scholar Glock, Music and Conflict Transformation, Harmony and Dissonances in Geopolitics. So this is a book that I worked with a whole bunch of scholars from all over the world about peace studies. And this is a peace studies manual. So they had me write a chapter about working in the trenches, about basically, how do we get strength from stories, at these difficult times? How do we persevere? And this particular song that I'm going to share with everybody, and first, I'm going to just kind of teach you the chorus, because the chorus comes around twice, and it's kind of easy to sing. Plant a seed for peace today, and peace will come tomorrow. Hope and pray for better days without war, pain, or sorrow. Work each day in your own way. Break the chains that bind you. Bless the earth with love and hope. The place of peace will find you. So that's the chorus. And so everybody can sing along with that. And it comes twice in this song. And the second time it modulates into from C to D, kind of lifts our spirits. And that's what I wanted to do with this song. This song is really about hope. You know, it's about how we try to give each other hope. And you know, when I originally wrote this song, Kathy, we were out there protesting here in Vermont, right, at the state capitol in Montpelier, and it was a terribly cold day because you're going to be moving to Vermont. January is cold, and we were protesting. I think it was because of the war of Iraq. And we were all out on the steps, and it was so cold. It was so cold that day that they were making holes in the ice to try to plug in the PA.
Oh my God! I just gotta say, oh my God!
Trying to play, and I had a fragment of this song that I sang, and when I was singing, I was like, gee, it's so cold, nobody's gonna show up. We're having to dig through the ice, and then buses started arriving, school buses, and the whole front lawn were all these Vermonters with heavy gloves and hats, and they were standing there in the cold. and they weren't going to let a little bit of cold weather stop them from raising their voice. And that gave me sort of some hope to finish the song. So that's sort of what the song is about, and we'll try it together. All right, we're ready? It goes like this. Plant a seed for peace today, and peace will come tomorrow. Hope and pray for better days without war, pain, or sorrow. Work each day in your own way. Break the chains that bind you. Bless the earth with love and hope. The place of peace will find you. Let the sun shine through the clouds and chase away the darkness. Let the light within you now restore your faith and purpose. Keep your eyes upon the prize. Keep your spirit strong. The only way we can heal this world is to keep on keeping on. So plant a seed for peace today, and peace will come tomorrow. Hope and pray for better days without war, pain, or sorrow. Work each day in your own way. Break the chains that bind you. Bless the earth with love and hope. The place of peace will find you. Peace will find you. Peace will find you.
Yes, 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 yes. Peace will find you. Peace will find you. And you said, only way we can heal the world is to keep on keeping on. Oh, that message, I need to hear it every morning and afternoon and evening of every day. That is fabulous. Tell us more about how it came to be.
How it came to be?
Yeah.
Well, after that experience, I started thinking about it, and I wanted to write a song that was this kind of a healing song. And at first, I think as songwriters, we have to rewrite a lot, you know. And at first, I had the title was A Rose for Peace,
Hmm.
and then it just didn't quite work as well as I wanted. What you got to think about, what is a place of peace? I mean, what
Hmm.
is it to you,
Hmm.
Kathy? What is a place of peace?
A place of peace. Wow. For me, it starts inside. It starts inside because so much of the time I can't control. I mean, when I go to when I stand by the sea on a beautiful day, the ocean, or in a beautiful forest with a stream, I can think of peace. But if I want to get one that's a permanent place of peace, it needs to be this internal space that I will go and stop and breathe
Well,
and
I
be
think
filled with gratitude.
that's what I started feeling, is that
Yeah.
we have to find the peace within ourselves
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
before we can try to bring peace out into the world.
Yes.
And so that's why this idea of a place seemed to fit the right kind of feeling that I was looking for. I mean, throughout, I'm sure, Kathy, you've been involved in a lot of demonstrations and marches throughout your life. And how it, for me, it's really important to have music as part of marching. You know?
Listen, I gotta tell you, Rick. John, no, 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 no. He just died. Senator, no, no, Congressman John Lewis. John Lewis. Well, he came to Berea College, where I've taught for 30 years, and he was the guest speaker. And in his honor, I arranged a song with our choir, combined choir, about 250 students. And after it was over, he had tears in his face saying, "You done me proud, you done me proud. I feel like I could go on a little while longer." And he also said, "The civil rights movement without music is like a bird without wings." So I've never forgotten that. So just what you said, Rick, about the role of music. You can tell you're a good interviewer because you're supposed to be talking, and here I get going. You go back and keep going.
Well, I can't help it. It's part of who I am. Is that I believe that in order, for us to grow, we have to support one another. We
Yes.
can't just shine the light on ourselves. We have to shine the light on everybody. And I think that it's important for us to be able to do that in life. And so, this way people get to know you even better too, you know. And that's what I've been doing most of my life, is trying to bring people together through the power of song and music. Even people that right now, and I've been out to Kentucky many a time, I've been in Berea. I did some things for the Wood Songs gatherings that we had in Berea. And the thing is that we can travel around this country and we'll find people that we could not sit down and have a decent conversation with, but we can sure play music together.
Yes, and yes, and yes. That's all I'm saying.
It is. It is. And we can share food together. We can play some songs together. And that's like the beginning. That's the beginning of building a bridge between people who don't necessarily agree on everything. And they can say, well, I don't agree on everything that Rick says, but he can play the banjo. Well, and that, it was funny because I would be down in Tennessee a lot, over in Nashville, and they'd look at me and they'd look at my truck with a Vermont plates, and they'd look at, well, they have good gun laws. So I said, well, that's a start. We could talk about that. Look, are you muted? Don't mute.
Yes, as you were talking, I realized I left the zucchini bread in the oven. So I just hollered to my niece to please go and pull it out. It's totally unrelated, but
Well, that's okay.
talking
We
about
don't
this.
we don't want anything to perish in this conversation. So, the thing is, for all of the folks here at the Antidote, the Daily Antidote of Song, is that it's such a meaningful time for us to get together. And as I was talking to Joe earlier, now that we've shifted a little bit from just doing live stream to actually doing a combination of live stream and live performance, a lot of those people who are basically shut-ins that can't get out, they still can come here and find a place where they can see people playing live music. And I think that this is going to be part of the fabric of our lives from now on. It's going to be, that we'll be playing live, but we are also going to be reaching out through, these different platforms, music alive. And I'm trying to find that balance in that. But, Kathy, I've been doing a lot of different things, besides just playing music. I've been writing some books. And I have a book called Banjo Man Adventures of an American Folk Singer. And
when you say that, I think of the guy with the banjo strapped across his back, and he's almost like the cape, flying out the banjo.
Well, really, he's got the banjo strapped around his back, and he's got his thumb out, and he's hitchhiking. Is what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know where the next adventure is going to come from. Did you do any hitchhiking?
Oh no. Well, once when I was young and foolish, but yes. But when I was in college, it was in college, there was a hitching post at the college. So a couple of us together, students from college would, So I don't know if that counts.
Well, the thing is that there was a time for all I know a lot of the folks here remember it, but, for some of the young folks that are listening, that you could have that freedom and stick out your thumb, and you didn't even know where you're going, and I don't think you even really cared, because sometimes you ended up at a better place than you thought you were going to. And sort of that's what my book is like, taking a hitchhike ride with me across all different places in the world where people gather. This is what I'm talking about, sitting around the campfire with cowboys out west and with hobos out in the train yards and also with the mountaineers over in Poland and some of the gypsies and all of these different people that I've been lucky enough to meet with and to share music with and learn from. Remember, folks, if you're the best musician at the jam, you're at the wrong place because you're not going to learn anything. Is that true?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
We have to keep learning all the time. No matter how long that we've been playing, there's always new things to learn, new styles. I mean, one of the things about my Folk Talk radio show, we've covered all kinds of different topics. We did one of the craziest topics that we did, Kathy, was that golden record that's on the spaceship Voyager? There's this
spaceship Voyager.
Yeah, what is it? It's not a spaceship. It's like a satellite spacecraft is what it is. And there's a golden record in there that all the sounds of the earth, people's voices, music, in case that another kind of being of some sort stumbles across it and wants to learn about who we are. And there's sounds of whales and so forth. And this was recorded a long time ago, and it's still up there. So I did a whole radio show just about the golden record. Chuck Berry's on there. Yeah, Chuck Berry's on there. All kinds of wonderful musicians from all different genres. And that's the way I kind of look at music, at this music we call folk, is really a big umbrella. There's all different types of sounds, from blues to bluegrass to Cajun to roots to hip hop, all of these different things. I think one of the interesting things is we did, when George Floyd passed away, when he was killed, we did special programming. And instead of me talking about it, we let the voices of all throughout history, all these different recordings tell the story. It wasn't, what do I have to say about it? Let other people talk. And so we had everything from Leadbelly talking about the Scottsboro Boys, to Len Chandler, and I mean all kinds of wonderful voices. Very, we started off with the Jubilee Fist Singers. That's because that's sort of where it began in a lot of ways, and then went right through. But when we got to the modern times, we did it in two different programs, and I was not aware. Okay, I was not aware of how much the one particular song that we played. We had to censor a few words because we're on the radio. But hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. Do you know that song? Yeah. It really told a story that was. If there's folk music in this world, folk music is about telling stories and about what's going on in the community today. It's not just about the past. It's about there's the golden record. Yeah, it's about all of the voices that tell the story of what's going on in your community. And that's why I kind of look at the folk music in a very broad perspective, not just in a traditional sense, but in a much broader, paintbrush, where you get all of these different types of sounds. And so that's one of the things that I'm really excited about, is being able to let people's voices be heard. Okay? That's another thing, is like, for so long, everybody was making decisions about whose voice is heard, right? And now we have the opportunity where everybody's voice is heard, but there's so many voices that sometimes you can't even hear them all because everybody's talking. And so the idea is, like, if you've got a good song, you send it to Folk Talk, and once a month I try to make sure that I play that music on the program. And then that's just sort of the way that I am about a lot of things in life, is I believe that there is no hope without dignity.
Say that again. Say that again.
There is no hope without dignity.
Wow. There is so much wisdom that you're pouring out. It's just like wisdom, Rik. It's like, wow, just pouring out from you in so many things. And it's so true. And I'm so glad this is recorded so folks can come back and listen again and again. And the invitation you made to be a part of your folkmusicnotebook.com. And so before we end, where I do want you to come back and share the song again,
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about what's next for you.
Oh boy, what's next? I'm working on all kinds of crazy projects, Kathy. One thing is, there's a thing here in the local media that's crowdsourced filmmaking. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
Yeah, yeah. Like we're remaking Jurassic Park. So
That scared me. I don't know. I got kind of
these
scared.
little filmmakers and producers were taking the movie and we're doing scene by scene. Everybody has different parts, and we're recreating it in a very funny way because we don't have $1 million or a couple $1 million or so it's kind of crazy, really kind of grassroots filmmaking, and we take up the challenge, and so we're working on that.
It's a comedy version of Jurassic Park.
Right. It's called crowdsourced filmmaking. And the Media Factory over here in Vermont, they're teaching everybody. They're giving people little pointers every couple of weeks about doing green screening and all that kind of thing. So I'm learning about that.
Wow.
And so that's one of the things that I'm involved in right now. I'm starting to do live shows, just little things, because you can't do a lot right now, folks. You got to be careful. I think that one of the things that I'm so concerned with, and I know that all of you are concerned with, is the fact that we have to take care of one another. And so, if you're out in public, it's still a good idea, even if you're vaccinated, to wear a mask, because somebody else might get infected. And I think that this is this is the biggest moment that I think we'll ever have in our time, hopefully. The most horrendous moment, where we've had to reconsider everything in life.
Everything.
And Kathy, the most important thing when it comes down to it, when everything closed down, right? Everything closed down. You remember that? You know,
I
there was this,
remember.
people couldn't go out. We're washing our vegetables. My mail's sitting in the garage for weeks at a time. I'm not looking at it. We don't know what tomorrow is. And, and the first thing that people did in those desperate times was play music.
Yes.
That was the first thing they did. And you could
And
see.
this particular organization and what we are involved in right now is a perfect example of the beauty that can come out of such a crazy, outrageous time. Since April of last year, over 440 some plus, Joe, is more than that, I know, of days. And wow, we could go on for a while, but we got to stop because folks got to go. I don't want to go, but we got to do that. So y'all just need to check out Rik later. And before we bring you back for one just a taste of this, let me make a few quick announcements. So all of our guests on Facebook and any newcomers, the Carpe Diem, which is sponsoring and supporting this program, they have a site where you can go on and you can sign in so that you get on the mailing list. You can put your name in and you can donate. And all those donations go to help all of the artists that come and share and pour out to us in this. And this is a continuation of Peace Week. It's been fabulous, and there's more to come. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just thank you, Rik, for what you have done. I think that I wanted to just make those two announcements, and so then I want us to close out by you bringing us back this song of peace. But make sure, did I miss anything, Joe?
Well,
good.
One thing.
I got it. Okay, y'all. So get ready to sing again about peace carried in your heart.
One thing, Kathy, I got to mention.
Okay.
About maybe in August, I'm going to do a special thing together here.
Yes.
Joe, and I hope to bring on some folks that should be on the Daily Antidote who haven't been on, and maybe some old friends that have been on before. I'll twist their arm and see if they'll come back. Okay.
Oh, that's
So, here we
fine,
go,
y'all.
folks.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Oh my God, that's going to be so exciting. Woo! Okay.
Here we go. Plant a seed for peace today, and peace will come tomorrow. Hope and pray for better days without war, pain, or sorrow. Work each day in your own way. Break the chains that bind you. Bless the earth with love and hope. The place of peace will find you. Let the sun shine through the clouds and chase away the darkness. Let the light within you now restore your faith and purpose. Keep your eyes upon the prize. Keep your spirit strong. The only way we can heal this world is to keep on keeping on. So plant a seed for peace today, and peace will come tomorrow. Hope and pray for better days without war, pain, or sorrow. Work each day in your own way. Break the chains that bind you. Bless the earth with love and hope. The place of peace will find you. Peace will find you, Kathy. Peace will find you.
Find you. Peace will find you. Peace will find you. Peace will find you. Peace will find you. Yes.
Woo-hoo.
Yes. Yes and yes. Thank you, Rik. Thank you. Oh my goodness, my heart is full. We thank you for all of what you share with us today and for filling us all with your wisdom, with the spirit that you bring, with the talents and gifts and all of that and more. And don't forget to stay tuned for tomorrow. Oh my God. So at this point, I get to say, see y'all later. And I get to speak to each one of you, keeping that, it feels like either a cloak or something that's warm and that comes over my whole self as Rik is singing, about the peace, and it embraces that. And it connects to the spirit within, the one that's about peace, not the one that's going, oh my God, oh my God. No, the one about peace and settling. So that's the one that we want to leave with you. Well, that's the one I'm left with. Anyway, no more talking. I need to say, see y'all tomorrow or see you the next time. So Becky Kane, see you. Oh, thanks again to the great Rik. Oh my goodness, Wisdom Rik. And then Ella, the tech person, and Joe, who's pulling all of this together. And oh my gosh. Woo, every day is just such a blessing for me. Becky, thanks for being here. Tom, hey, thanks for being here. You look like you're at the railroad station or something with all that. I don't know if that's just on the green screen or what, but it looks good. Annette, thank you for coming. Deborah Denenfield and Facebook family. I can't see your names, but I'm sending out all kinds of love and peace to every one of you, as I also say specifically, see you later to those here in Zoom. Deborah, my girl Deborah.